In the bathroom with Terry. Hey y'all. Hope you guys are all doing well. Just wanted to take a moment to send some love vibes and some good energy and some just positivity out into the world, out into the atmosphere. You know, I really believe as creatives, like true creatives, people that really are artists from their soul, from their heart, and not artists for fame. I don't know. It's just my opinion. I think that true artists have the power to change the world, have the power to create healing. So that's the vibe I'm putting out into the world, because obviously I am not an artist for fame. Was that a dig at myself? Did I just dig at myself? A little bit. It's okay. It's how I feel. So anyway, in my house, how are y'all doing? How is it in your house? There's so many things going on. I'm trying to pick one. And I think I'm going to talk about the kids had a yard sale. Yeah, it's the kids' yard sale. It was their idea. And of course, the whole time that they're talking about, like all through the week, they were like, oh my God, we're having a yard sale. They were all excited. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, in my mouth, I'm like, that's great, guys. You learn to be entrepreneurs. This is a great lesson. Yes, have your yard sale. Have your yard sale, kids. Have your yard sale. But in my mind, I was like, oh shit. That just means more work for me. That just means shit I'm gonna have to do. So, yeah, so the night before the yard sale, of course, I'm helping, prepping. So I'm like, what are we selling? I mean, what are you selling? What's going on? So they got a bunch of bullshit that they selling, right, for their yard sale. So I'm like, okay, let's throw it. So I threw in a couple of things just so it can look like something. So, and I took them out to put out their signs, and they put their signs out like a day or two before. And I don't know, I've been seeing people's yard signs out there like all week promoting for the weekend. But anyway, so they got their signs. My husband went and bought the signs for them. He only bought 2. So they only had 2 signs up in the whole neighborhood. So anyway, so they have their signs, and so they're prepping. So I'm like, okay, cool. What are we gonna put all this stuff on? We don't have any tables. I felt so bad. Now I'm feeling bad. Like it's my fault. So anyway, so now we're looking around the house for things that they can sit their things on that they're going to sell. So we found a tray. We found a long bench I had. So we found some stuff to take out for their yard sale so they can put their stuff on. So anyway, so the night before the yard sale, we go to bed. Oh my God, it started raining like crazy. Rain. So I'm like, oh my God, you guys, did we check the weather? So we go and check the weather, and it says it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain all through the morning. So I was like, oh shit. I was like, no worries. If it rains, backup plan. What's the plan, Kal-El? What's the plan? Because I'm making them thinking, you're an entrepreneur. What should we do if it rains? He was like, do we have a tent to put up? I'm like, come on, think son. If it rains, what should we do? Well, we don't want to have people coming through our house. No, that's not the option at all. I was like, well, what if we pull the cars out the garage and we just put it in the garage? Lola, but it's a yard sale. It's a yard sale. It's not a garage sale. True, young lady. But you can still have it in the garage if it rains. Cool. So that's the decision. If it's raining, we're just going to have the yard sale in the garage. Yard sale, garage sale, it's the same shit. So we go to bed. We wake up the next morning. It's not raining. I check the weather. It says it's not going to rain until later in the afternoon. I'm like, Kal-El, I think that you have gotten lucky. The gods have blessed you. The ancestors have danced for you and made the rain go away. Son, you and Lola are going to have a great yard sale. So we start bringing stuff out onto the lawn. And it looks kind of pathetic. And I'm not going to lie. And I feel kind of bad because I feel like maybe I should have got more active into it or something. But I'm like, no. I want them to have this experience of having the business and doing it for themselves. They're so excited, right? So we put the stuff out, and it's like, you know, when you go to a yard sale, it'd be like shit everywhere. It'd be like tables and stuff. We got maybe a little, we got like 3, maybe 4 little trays of things. But he got some good stuff up there. He had, I don't know, what's the Wii stuff called? The Wii U. He had like some stuff out there. And he did his research the night before to find out how much this stuff is selling used, how much you could buy it on the internet. He adjusted his price to kind of fit. So I was like, my son, brilliant. He's going to be such a great businessman. So he does, so he does all that, and he does all his pricing. So he set the price. Me and my husband, we made small suggestions like, that might be too high. It's a garage sale. It's a yard sale. People, you know, sell stuff for cheap at yard sale. He was like, no, I did my research, blah, 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 blah. So we're like, okay. So he set all the prices. And he had like, I'm just gonna say, this boy had out there, you know, you have composition books in school. The black and white, like composition books, right? So he had some of his old composition books from school. And I'm like, Kal-El, you can't sell your used composition books with stuff in it. Like, nobody's gonna buy that. And he was like, no, Mom, look. I ripped out all my pages that have my stuff. These are all blank pages. So he's a used composition book. Ripped out pages. Anyway, I'm like, okay, brilliant. What is that going to be? I mean, like, Kal-El, really, you can buy a composition book, a new one, for like $1 at the dollar store. And so I was like, whatever. So they get set up. They're sitting out there. I gave them 2 folding chairs, and I'm sitting on the porch. So we're set up in the yard. I'm sitting on the porch. The kids are out there. So of course, I'm out there with them, but not with them. So they get one car that drives by. Lola turns around, Mommy, there's a car coming. There's a car coming. I'm like, okay, cool. So they, so the car comes around, slows, and pulls off. Mommy, why didn't he stop? So now she's getting emotional. Why didn't the car stop? And I don't want to say because y'all ain't got shit out there. People won't. So anyway, I'm like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. To come. So here comes another car. Mommy, here comes another car. Here comes another car. So so the car pulls up, pulls over. I'm like, oh my God, here they go. And this man gets out. Oh my God, here we go. Look at us now. So he comes out and he's looking around. He's picking up stuff. And I'm like, Kal-El, go, trying to be your salesman. Show him what you got. Talk to him. So the man's looking at the Wii U stuff. And he's looking and he's talking to Kal-El. And I hear them over there talking. And I was like, oh my God, put on your mask. Put on your mask. So Lola runs out. She was like, while he's talking to the man, put your mask on. So that happened first. So that was one of the things. That made me hot. So anyway, so now he has his mask on. He's talking to this guy. And he's trying to sell him the Wii U. So the man is like, wow. He looks over at me over on the porch. I'm over there. And he's like, yo, he's trying to sell this to me for blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I didn't set the price, you have to do. He was like, so I'm negotiating with him or negotiating with you? I was like, you're negotiating with him. So they sit over there, they talk, they go back and forth. And the man's like, okay. He was like, I left my wallet in my car. And I was like, oh shit, he gonna get in the car and he gonna pull off and my kids are gonna be heartbroken. So he goes over to the car, he gets his wallet. He comes back over and he pays Kal-El. He was like, you guys called him good. He did his own negotiating and he got what he wanted. I was like, cool, yes, win for Kal-El. So I was like, Kal-El, how'd you do? He was like, yeah, I just threw in an extra game for him that I was gonna sell with the other thing, some kind of, but anyway, he did it, he made it sell. My son is an entrepreneur, he sold something. So then, that car that had drove by earlier came back. Lola was like, oh, she's coming again. So now Lola's waving people down. I'm like, oh my God, she's so desperate. This is so desperate. She's waving people down. Come. So the lady comes over and she's looking and she's looking and she's looking. She looked at some clothes. And then she was like, oh, you guys don't have anything my size. I'm like, it's a kid's yard sale. So anyway, so she leaves. So now they've had 2 people stop and it's about an hour in now. It was supposed to go from 8 to 11 or something like that. So now it's about 9. So they've been out there for about an hour. And it starts drizzling. Starts to drizzle a little harder. Cal looks over at me, Mom, I think we're gonna pack it up. And I'm like, are you sure? Is that your decision as the entrepreneur? It's your business, you ready to pack it up already? Yeah, it's raining too hard. It's gonna mess my stuff up. So that was the yard sale. They had a 1 hour and about 15-minute yard sale and sold one thing. And of course, Lola was emotional. Nobody bought anything from me. Kal-El got something. Kal-El sold some stuff, but I didn't. It's like, it's okay. It's okay, Mama. And that was their yard sale. And that's what I'm sharing with you guys today. Thank you for coming into my bathroom and hearing about my kids and their garage sale. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week, your weekend, and going into next week. And that's it. That's all I got. All right. Bye, y'all.